the name of the game. Keep running, keep striving, maintain the same hunger, that fire, that burning desire. In this long run, I'm reaching higher now. Long run, yeah, a long game. Through the struggle, through the pain, I keep my eyes on the prize. Never lose sight in this marathon of life. I'm running through the night.
Hey, good morning. Happy Friday to you. Fabulous Friday to everybody. All right. Roll Tide. Good morning, Nick Harden. Roll Tide, my brother. Good morning, Latoya Business League. Good morning, and Roll Tide. Stephen Hicks, the man himself. Roll Tide. Good morning to you, my man. Good morning, Michelle. Good morning. Roll Tide to you as well. Good morning to everyone. Let me get this what's out my pocket. Those sensory issues kicking in this morning early. Good morning to everybody. Y'all, I'm wearing a hat today. I don't wear that often. This is one for decoration, but this was the first one I grabbed. A double L. Good morning. Roll Tide, everybody. Hey, look here. Now, we're not going to miss it today. Double A and my main girl. Good morning. How are you? Roll Tide. Everybody else, if Alabama's not your fan base, just go. But the two most feared words in college football, in college period, is roll tide. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. How's everybody doing today? I hope everybody's having a great day. Hey, now, y'all already know. Y'all already know. Now, yesterday, Latoya let me forget, but I'm not forgetting it today. Hey, good morning, Dwight. Good morning, Dwight. My producer's here. Good morning, Dwight. Good to see you, my man. Good to see you. Talking about what y'all up too early. Man, please. Listen, we excited. Good morning, Mimi, my best friend on Twitter, Mimi. Good morning, Roll Tide, Mimi. Good morning, Roll Tide. Listen, y'all know. Now, yesterday, Latoya let me forget it. She let me forget it yesterday, but I did not forget it today. I've already put it in the chat, but I'm going to put it in the chat. What again? Y'all already know. Y'all know how Piano Man does it, and I need y'all to follow suit here. You know, I just need y'all to put, you ain't got to say it like I say it, but you know what's about to happen. Here we go. Y'all see it. Here it is. I'm going to put it up there. 71 days until we roll. We're going to roll in just a minute. We're going to roll. Double A, no, ma'am, I didn't. But I tell you what, hold on for a minute. I've got my tea. And I drink this tea like 2-3 times a day, probably more than that, basically all day. I finish this, and then I just, one of those tea bag deals that I can do it again, and just over and over. And then I eat the fruit of it, is elderberry and things like that. That's given me a lot of energy. But let me tell y'all something. This is my very first, I wouldn't call it a Yeti or whatever, but this was given to me as a present on last year. And I just started using this. When I tell you this thing keeps hot things hot all day, it keeps hot things hot all day. I'm serious. I'm serious, man. I mean, like 2-3 hours from now, it's going to feel like it did, not so much the intensity of it, but it's going to feel like it still just came out the microwave. So this is a good cup, but I have my tea, double A, but I'm going to eat later on. Yes, ma'am. I'm going to eat later on when I get through with the podcast this morning. I got to get a breakfast thing going here because I don't have it with me. But most of you know I don't hide this too much. Most of you know I'm a diabetic and type 2. and and I try to do what's right and all that good stuff. I do take injections, Manjaro, and it does help. But I'm about to go to the doctor and ask him that on those Manjaro injections to kind of up it a little bit for me, so I can make it do what it do and everything, because it helps, but the amount that I'm taking, it doesn't do what I want it to do, So, but anyway, but a lot of that has to deal with my own attitude and my own approach towards it. But I got to do better in eating double A. That's all I'm saying. When I'm not hungry, I don't eat and everything. But you got to keep something going. So I just drink a lot of my my ginseng infused tea, gives my energy, get out there on the court or do whatever it is that I'm doing and everything. But listen, Stephen Hicks, sausage, egg, and sausage, cheese, and I'm getting tongue tied. Sausage, cheese, and egg biscuit sounds good to me. But listen, but I'm down there by sometimes by the bayou and everything. I'll go get me. Michelle, I'm gonna hop on that 2 days. I'm hopping on that today, dear. I'm going to get my blender, and it's a smoothie that I'm about to try. And if they, good morning, Kimberly. Good morning, Arrow Squad. Welcome back. Oh, you know what, Arrow Squad? I can't even argue with you. Y'all the champs. Y'all the champs until we knock you off. But you know what I want you to do, though, right, Arrow Squad? Beat Texas. Please beat Texas. That's all I want you to do. I need you to handle the business. Handle the business. Okay? Thank you, Arrow Squad. And tell somebody else about us, Arrow Squad. Bring all your friends and family. Okay? Listen, I am up to 192 subscribers. If you've never subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. I'm begging you. I beg of you. Okay. She said, Michelle said, get the ninja. I will. Okay. Thank you. I sure will. And I've seen that one advertised too. And so I think I will. All right. But good morning, Kimberly. That's my little sissy, y'all. Roll Tide, Kimberly. Michelle, roll tide to you. Dwight, good to see you. All that good stuff. Everybody doing okay. Now I need you to put in the chat. If you don't mind, I just need everybody, because look, for everybody, regardless of your fan base, I just need you to put 71 days. Man, we are getting there. I feel the fever rising. 71 days. I don't know about anybody else. I don't know what Ohio State says, and that doesn't even bother me. But I know what we say around these parts. We say roll tide. And in 71 days, we are going to roll. We're going to roll. And it's going to be fun. I need y'all 401k crew. Good morning to you. We have one of our crew, Gil's partner. Gil's partner, Susie, is on the road to her family reunion. Let's keep her in prayer. She and her family, they're going to be safe. Yeah, and so, but I want Susie to enjoy herself. Nothing like family. Nothing like family. Never take your family for granted. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. And so today, we're going to just continue to keep her in prayer and sending good vibes her way to make sure that she gets to her destination. She and her family get to their destination safely. So, Susan, if you're listening, to you and your family, roll tide, and y'all be safe. Enjoy your family, because that's what it's all about. And so it's just good to have a family and everything. Speaking of family, listen, I'm so glad for this family that I have, and my own personal biological family. I'm so happy for them, but I'm also happy that you are a part of my family, and we all are a part of each other's family, even though we may live in different parts of the world, United States, and wherever it is that we're listening from. And then even though we may have different fan bases, that's what makes it fun, is that all families don't just pull for one team all the time. Sometimes it works that way, sometimes it doesn't. But guess what? We're still family. Good morning, Dr. Crystal, on her way over there to the motherland. I wish I could go with you. Just drop me off in Nigeria so I can find my folks. Yeah, man. Good morning, sis. Good morning. Um, but listen, I need to see more 71 days in the chat, please, because we got to. Because listen, whether you're Alabama or not, 71 days, man. I'm telling you, 71 days, and everybody gonna get a kid. We gonna get this thing chopping, man. 71 days, but until then, we just got to kind of tough it out a little, and we're gonna be talking about some things. And it thank right, Stephen. We are family. We are family. Right, wrong, indifferent. We're family. Family don't fall out like that. And all we're not supposed to anyway. But let me tell you something. But I love you all, and I thank you all for your support and everything. We have 192 subscribers, and I hope and I pray that it grows, and I want it to grow. But the only way that it can grow, I'm trying to do my part each and every day to do what I do and everything. But you also have to help me out too, putting the word out and this, that, and the third. And and I take my family wherever I go. So when Piano Man is with KB, like tonight, Piano Man, KB, keeping it a buck, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central, and everybody west of Texas, you already know what time it is for you. Check us out tonight. It's going to be on and popping tonight. That's all I'm going to tell you. It's going to be on and popping. I got a couple of things. I hope KB listening. I got a couple of things that's on my heart that I want to get off my chest tonight. I want to get off my chest. And it's concerning the Alabama Crimson Tide. And so, like I said, KB, Piano Man, keeping it a buck tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central, and everybody west of Texas. Like I said, you know what time it is for you when our show come on. Come check us out. We want to flood it out tonight. We want to make it happen tonight. We really do. So let's have that. And that's part of the family. That's part of the family. Now, I'm going to tell you like this. Now, the family is pretty big. I'm just going to be honest with you. The family is pretty big. I'm just telling you what it is. Telling you what the Lord love and the devil hate. And that's the truth. The family is what it is. And like, check this out. The family is composed of like guys like, and these are guys that I shout out. I do. I love these guys and gals. I love these people because, we just all get along. And a couple of us in the group are not all Alabama fans, or they don't just push Alabama, but they respect us and we respect them back. Okay. And so I've told you all about this guy named Ryan Fowler on Tide 100.9. Now I'm going to tell you this. If you have not downloaded Tide 100.9 onto your device, you need to, because it's somebody else. Well, there's my little brother Thomas. Tell that Florida State fan, come on, bring it. Walking in, limping out. Okay, let's go. And the last time we played Florida State, tell him, Thomas, the last time we played Florida State, ask him what happened. Matter of fact, I ain't even got to go back that far. Ask him what happened the last time Florida State thought they wanted to play us. That's all I got to say. Yeah. Okay. This was a little off the Sports Illustrated plan to build a resort in Tuscaloosa starting this year. AA. Now look here. Are you serious? Are you serious? That's going to be fire. That's going to be all right there, AA. I'm looking forward to that. But let me get back to my little brother. Hold up. Where he go? Where he go? Come back here. Yeah, wait a minute. Here we go. All right. I got a Florida State fan that's ready to go head to head with you. Bring it. Don't sing it. Bring it. Tell them to come on. Subscribe to the channel. Tell them to come on. Come on. You want to go head to head with Piano Man? Bring it. Matter of fact, bring Florida State, Penn State, Ohio State, Mississippi State, Boise State. It don't matter to me. State of mind, out of state of mind. Bring it. I'm ready for it. I want all the smoke. Come on. I'm scared of Florida. Who's scared? Florida State. Man, come on. Bring it. Bring it. How many? Bring it. Just bring it. Double A, I'm waiting on that resort thing. I want to see this here. And it's a reason. It's a reason for it. But we ain't gonna, yes, that's cool, fine, and dandy. Hey, that's all right there. Uh-oh, the producer's here. And don't tell me the administrative assistant is here. Carla's here. Good morning. Uh-oh. Yeah, man. Carla is here. Good morning, Carla. Yeah, that's my administrative assistant. Keeps all the 401k crew in check. In check. But anyway, I love but anyway, if you've never downloaded Tide 100.9, I'm telling you, download that, because there's somebody else I'm about to shout out on it, but you can also find them on YouTube, and that's the Miller's Edge, Corey and Christian Miller. they hilarious, man, but they love Alabama. You see what I'm saying? And Corey Miller played for the New York Giants back in the Gap. His son Christian was played for the Alabama Crimson Tide. I just want you to just check them out. But Tide 100.9, and with Ryan Fowler, that's just that's my dude there, and he's a pretty cool character and everything. But also in the family is Hall of Fame Jason. Now, even though Hall of Fame Jason is Oklahoma, I don't hold it against you. The Lord forgives sin. He sure do. He's a forgiver of sin. He's a forgiver of sin, and he extends mercy. But I'm going to tell you what, Hall of Fame Jason, we ain't going to take it for granted this year. You come into Tuscaloosa, and it's going to be on like folks. The governor is here, everybody. Everybody say good morning to Governor JB 718, the one, the only, Brooklyn's finest, the governor. He's here. Good morning, Governor. Yeah, man. Now, but Miller's Edge, check them out. Check them out. Hall of Fame Jason, Stephen M. Smith from over there at the Bama Standard, all that good stuff. Spotty Shorty, part of the family. Jake Merrill, man, we miss you, Jake. We love you, man. And if you're listening, man, Piano Man loves you, and so does the rest of the family. Hey, check us out sometime. Jance, we love you. Jonathan Lewis, you know you my main man, dog. Talking about the king of recruiting. Man, this dude here knows some stuff. He knows that he knows some stuff. He's part of the family. Tez, now even though you Auburn, I ain't gonna hold it against you. Like I told Hall of Fame Jason, the Lord forgives sin and he extends his mercy. But when we play y'all, we ain't gonna extend no mercy to you. Don't take it personal. But Tez, you all right with me, bro. KB, the one, the only, the man, the legend himself. That's my brother, man. That's part of the family. B Sharp, you all, man. What can I say? That's the dude, B Sharp. And Ty Hayes, if I ever need an attorney, and I'm a criminal justice major myself, so if I need some help, Ty Hayes, you better help me out. If you don't, I'm gonna tell them to disbar you. Ty Hayes, part of the family. Coach Al. Now look here. If you listening, when you come into Mississippi, man, that's all I need to know. That's all I need to know. Coach Carl, man, a walking, talking miracle. That's my brother. That's my brother. And I love them all. Coach Sean, the only man I know that salutes everybody. Coach Sean is the man. Coach Sean, part of the reason I'm here and everything. So good morning, Nicole. Good morning and roll tide. Roll tide. Coach Sean, Marvin Constant, man, I enjoy your content. Justin Riley, enjoy you. And Clint Lamb, you know I enjoy you, my man. So these are part of the people that I shout out daily. Become a part of their network. Subscribe to their channels and everything. But like I said, Tide 100.9, download that onto your device. And if not, you can catch some of them on YouTube and things like that. So do your thing. But there is no reason. And then there are others that I'm going to begin to shout out, like Way Offsides. I'm part of their group and everything. Those dudes are brilliant. And there are others. Man, there's no excuse to get the best, especially in Alabama content or in other fan bases content. Check these folks out. Subscribe to their channels and become a part of their community. So I'm just saying now, there's no reason to miss out on great content. Now it's the off season, and sometimes you find things difficult to talk about because nothing has happened. We got a lot of things on the recruiting trail. We have a lot of things going on, just going on in general. Still the collectives, the revenue sharing deals, and this, that, and the third. And I'm not going to bore you with all of that because either you want to be in or you don't want to be in. You know, we know what has happened as far as that revenue sharing and things go. We know how all of that is going, and this, that, and the third. So all I'm saying is that there's a lot of things happening within the confines of college sports, not just football, but college sports. There's still things happening in baseball, and the NBA Finals has extended to Game 7, and so forth and so on. I still predict OKC to take it and all that, But Indiana playing those guys, and it would not surprise me. I'm just gonna be honest. It would not surprise me if Indiana beats them. It would not surprise me if that happens. So I'm just saying, just be ready. We're in that part of the year where it's the calm before the storm. I'm just saying now, but I believe that this year is going to be one for the books, especially for the Alabama Crimson Tide. There he is, B Sharp, Sharpshooter Sports Talk is in the house. In the house. Yep. Is in the house. What's up, B Sharp? That's my big brother. B Sharp. I'm up to 192, man. I'm up to 192. I expect 8 subscribers before day's end. I expect 8 subscribers. That's what I want. So thankful for B Sharp, my big brother, being in here today and everything. Well, I'm gonna do 2 things. Tomorrow. Well, I'll tell you about that later. But today, there's been a lot of talk. And since we have Ohio State guy in here, I just begin to, before I go into that, let me say something else, because this just came to mind. This is what I have to tell you all. I just want y'all to know, and B Sharp, I got to thank you, bro. You, Coach Sean, Ty Hayes, others. See, JB, Bino, where y'all at? This is my little brother Thomas, y'all. But here he go. Where is man? It's guaranteed this time of the year a Georgia football player getting arrested or caught for speed. But Thomas, they can't help themselves. They can't help it. I don't know what's going on with them in this racing and this speeding and all that kind of stuff, and everything. But that's my little brother, y'all. That's Thomas. Y'all, here you go. He's starting in on now. Thomas is a Florida Gators fan, so he's SEC, but But let me tell you what he told me, and then I'm gonna get to what I was getting to. We were at the Alabama Western Kentucky game last year, and we took it. We were me, him, my sister, which is actually his mom, and he's my nephew, but my mom adopted him as a baby. And we were driving down the street, and he said that his youngest daughter said to him, Daddy, I want a football team to go for. And he was trying to tell her about Florida. She said, no, what's the name of that team Uncle Wendell be liking? And I said, see, I told him, see, even your children recognize greatness when they see it. Tell her welcome into the family. Tell her welcome in. Welcome my niece in. Now I ain't let her on YouTube yet. She ain't old enough. She's not old enough. Nobody under 18 can come on here. Nope, and that'll be a nope. Especially those in my family. Now, granted, I even got my grandchildren already representing Alabama. See, I got to do what the Lord said do. It said train up a child in the way he should go. And the way they should go is go by the way of Alabama. That's how they should go. But it's up to me to teach them that. And so I'm teaching my grandchildren and everything. Now, my children, now some of them, I don't understand. I don't understand what their problem is. But I'm going to put it to you this way. Piano Man is doing his part to make sure that they understand about the legacy of the Alabama Crimson Tide. So I'm telling you now, I'm doing my part as a dad and a granddad to make sure that the legacy of Alabama still lives on even after I'm gone and all that good stuff. And I just want my grandchildren and great grandchildren around here hollering, roll tide. I would be done my job. I've been done my job. That's right. I want them to holler roll tide, And so, but anyway, I just want y'all to know, be sharp. You, Coach Sean, Jake, Jance, KB, all of y'all. I have found this podcasting thing so rewarding. It's so rewarding, Carla, until I can't even tell you the last time that I really sat down and watched television. I'm being honest with y'all. I can't even tell you the last time that I sat down and really watched television. That's the truth. Because I'm on here putting shows together, looking for ends, just looking for things. And I've come to discover is that if you want something to go right, you got to do your part as a participant. I'm talking about me now. Excuse me. I have to do my part, because I'm the leader of my show. I just can't depend on Dwight to do everything. There's a piece of the puzzle that I fit. And I just want to be sharp and all those guys to know, Ryan Fowler, all of them, Coach Sean, all of y'all, Coach Al, Coach Carl, everybody. Man, I thank y'all for being great examples. That's what the world is missing these days. Great examples. It's a difference in being an example and a great example. We got all kind of examples out there, good and bad. But great examples are people who have some stick-to-itness, but want to see the next person prosper along the way too, and don't mind helping them, and don't want nothing about it. Don't want nothing from it, but to see them prosper. And that's all I want now. No, I may not have as many subscribers as those guys have, but what I do have, I'm thankful for. And what I do, I'm thankful for, and I'm willing to learn. I'm willing to put it forth, and let's just go for it. If it works, cool. If it doesn't, we just get up and we try it again. And we try it and we work on something that does work. So I just want to tell y'all that, I've contemplated not even going back to work, but I think I like money a little bit too. I like money a little bit too much. So plus I love my students. I love what I do. But I just want y'all to know you all are going to see me a lot more, even on here, doing a lot more things because of guys like B Sharp, KB, Coach Sean, Coach Al, Coach Carl, Hall of Fame Jason, many others, Clint Lamb. These guys do this sporty shorty. Ron Fowler and them over there at the game at 100.9 The Tide. When you've been, and I'm just going to use Ryan for instance, when you've been in the game for over 25 years, even though it's radio, but when you've been in that game for over 25 years, then, you learn from them and you watch them and you do what they do, learn from them. And then you got the others like B Sharp and all the others that I just named. Watch them, learn from them, and don't be envious and jealous of them. If you work with them and show that you're workable, they'll work with you back. It's just that simple. Then JB, somebody please get the governor. Go get your coffee, governor, and bring me around while you're at it, governor. But exactly, but my narrative is that I just like talking Alabama football. I love sports. I love football, and so I'll talk it. And so I just want y'all to know again how appreciative I am for the journey that we're walking together. Now, there are bumps along the way and everything, but let me tell you something. I love the journey. And in the words of Kobe Bryant, it's not about the championships. It's about the journey. It's about the process. It's about the grind that goes with it. And so I'm enjoying the grind. I am enjoying the grind. 401k crew, I'm enjoying the grind. I'm enjoying, just what we have as a group, as a family, and everything. And I love your criticism. I love it. And it's all constructive. And the one thing about it, like, I just love y'all. So I appreciate that. So thank you all for helping me to find something that's purposeful and just, it helps me. And it has really helped me. Even some of my friends have told me that watch the show. They don't necessarily come in the chat and everything, but they watch the show. And one of them said, you are so relaxed and you are so happy. That's because of people like Kimberly Harmon that helps make this thing work. Stephen Hicks helped make this thing work. Dr. Crystal and Latoya and the 401k crew and DSGB and even Arrow Squad, all these guys, everybody has a part to play. And so, and when we can learn to appreciate everybody's gift and they bring to the table, that's what makes the show go. I learned that from B Sharp. That's what makes it go. That's what makes it go. So I'm just saying, man. And when I got to put this up there, man, awesome interview. And let me tell you something. I want to say, B Sharp, can you do me a favor? Please tell Dylan I said thank you. Thank you. He said something to me. Well, he said something to us. Wait a minute. He said something to us the other night that I don't know what it said, how it spoke to you, but I'm gonna tell you what it said to me. And B Sharp, please tell him this. He said, I didn't choose Bama because I didn't want to play in state. Good morning, Bino. The GM is here. So the governor's here, the GM's here, the producer's here, and the administrative assistant's here. I'm here. Yeah. So, and we all know Susan's on, traveling with her family with her family to a family reunion. So 401k crews in the house. All right. But he said that he didn't want to play in state. He wanted to go elsewhere and play. Tell Dylan, B Sharp, that Piano Man said thank you for that. Now, you saying, well, you're representing Alabama. That's not the point. The point is that the man followed his own path. He knew what he wanted. He wants to major in kinesiology. And then he also said that I'll always be a part of the game. And he went with what was best for him. Oftentimes, when we make decisions, often we make them according to what others want or what others desire. Part of the reason Piano Man's life in the past has been jacked up is because I made decisions that I thought would make everyone else happy, but I never made myself happy. And Dylan Purder came along the other night and showed me in B Sharp's interview that it's not too late to make yourself happy. That even though he's just, 17, 18 years old, he showed me the other night that I learned from an 18-year-old man, 18, that he said that I'm going to LSU because I don't want to play in the state of Alabama. Now, he didn't say he had a thing against Alabama. He didn't say he had a thing against Auburn. He didn't say he had a thing against nothing in Alabama. He just said he just didn't want to play here. Twister, good morning. So tell Dylan that piano man said, thank you. I appreciate that, because it helped me to come to make some decisions that of my decision making in the future, that if it's something I don't want to do, I don't have to do it. I don't have to. And so I appreciate that. So be sharp. And and you're welcome, bro, because I told you I was going to support and support you and come to that interview. And whenever you have another one, bro, I want to be there. But Dylan, I'm going to, even though, now listen, I ain't supporting LSU now, but I'm supporting Dylan. I'm supporting Dylan. I'm supporting Dylan. I'm supporting young men that's, and girls too, that play even female sports. I'm supporting them. Not necessarily supporting the university, but I'm supporting them. And so, man, I hope Dylan makes it. I hope Dylan starts. I'm going to be pulling for him, and I want to see him with the best. But Dylan Purder has a fan over here, and even though he's going to be wearing LSU and everything, but Dylan Purder has a fan in Piano Man, because that young man taught me something and reminded me that make yourself happy, So thank you, Be Sharp. Thank you, Be Sharp, for keeping your eye on this young man, watching his growth, watching his progress, and then sharing him with the rest of the world. And I'm telling you, I learned something. In the words of the old folk, that helped me. that helped me out. That's right. That's right. So I'm just saying, man. Yeah, that's it. Secure yourself. Secure yourself. I put that up there, Governor. JB said, I follow the airline rules. Secure yourself before helping others. Can't help others if you're gone. So secure yourself. Be comfortable with it. Be comfortable in your own skin. Be comfortable. So now, let's hop to it. Been a lot of talk about football. This morning I'm going a little different route. The SEC and the Big Ten are your big boys of college football. Whether you like it, whether you don't, they are the big boys of college football. In the SEC, of course, Bama, Georgia. Now, I'm going to say something here. I'm going to leave Oklahoma and Texas out of this mix for just a minute, okay? But in the early days of the SEC, we all know it was Bama, it was LSU, Tennessee, Florida, Georgia. That was kind of your big five right there, okay? And really six, and ever so often Auburn. Though, just sporadically, won championships there, here and there. But for the most part, it was Bama. It was Bama. Bama doing the thing. Each decade, every so often, Tennessee would come along and do something. Florida would do something. But in the Big Ten, for the most part, back in the gap now, it was mainly just two teams. Y'all know, Ohio State, Michigan. As parity began to happen and things begin to expand, now, and other conferences begin to, dissipate, and then they join other conferences. And now what you have on your hand, in my opinion, is you have super conference. Well, But Clemson was okay. I could throw, well, you can throw ACC in there, but they're not consistent like SEC and the Big Ten. ACC, Florida State ran it for a minute. ACC, the old ACC, Florida State ran it for a minute. Clemson ran it for just a little while. Miami, on the other hand, was independent, or the Big East, but they but ACC was never dominant like the SEC and the Big Ten. But here's the problem, and I don't know if anybody else has noticed this, but here's the problem. In the Big Ten, even now, you've got Ohio State, Michigan, Penn State. That's it. In the SEC, Bama, Georgia, LSU, Auburn, Tennessee. But basically, Bama, Georgia, LSU. Now, what am I getting at? In the Big Ten, those two teams of Ohio State and Michigan have basically ran that for years. And guess what? And to a certain degree, even now, they still do. Bama, on the other hand, is the most talked about team and the most popular team. But Georgia, let's just go on and admit it, has won. They won the SEC championship last year. Now you bring in Texas and Oklahoma and everything, and Texas is in it. But Georgia showed them last year, y'all can't beat us like we can't beat Alabama. It's one of those situations where we all beat up on each other, whereas in the Big Ten, on the other hand, they don't. Really, they don't. Because the other parts of the Big Ten don't measure up consistently with Ohio State and Michigan. And that even includes Penn State. But watch this. I want to show you something. I'm going back to the Bible of college football, in my opinion, Athlon, and look what happens. Here is the predicted order of finish, and I'm not going to do them any different than what I did to SEC. Here is the predicted order of finish, and I'm going to start from the bottom and work my way up. At number 18, Purdue. At number 17, Maryland. At number 16, Northwestern. 15, UCLA. 14, Michigan State. 13, Wisconsin. Okay. Better watch that one. 12 is Rutgers. 11 is Minnesota. 10 is Washington. USC is number 9. Nebraska is 8th. Iowa is 7th. Illinois is 6th. I'm telling you now, watch Illinois. Watch Illinois. Welcome back, Michelle. Number 5 is Indiana. Number 4 is Michigan. Number 3 is Oregon. Here we go. Aero Squad. Number 2, Ohio State. And number 1, Penn State. Hold up. I got to do this. Hold up. Penn State. Number 1, Penn State. I'm going back through the five, the top 5. Number 5 is Indiana. Michigan is 4th. Oregon is 3rd. Ohio State is second, and Penn State is predicted to finish first. Now, be sharp. I wish Coach Sean was on here, and I wish KB was on here. But check this out. The all Big Ten team. See, JB, this is why I'm having issues with the Big Ten. Penn State can't even win their conference. Penn State can't win their conference. They struggle within the. Wait a minute. And JB, in the words of JB, let's keep it a buck. Penn State, in the whole time that James Franklin has been there, has not beaten Ohio State at all. Link, good morning, roll tide. Now, somebody correct me if I'm wrong. Tell me now if Piano Man is speaking in untruth. Has the whole time James Franklin has been, and this is no dig at him, but can anybody tell me at any time has James Franklin, since he's taken over Penn State, have they defeated Ohio State? Arrow Squad. Now, Arrow Squad. Now, I ain't, I'm not disagreeing with you. But what I'm going to disagree with is the reasoning. I don't get it. They are ranked 1 because of their quarterback. And Ohio State has questions at quarterback. And I got that. I understand that. I got that. But this is just Piano Man's humble opinion, unsolicited. Y'all didn't ask for this, but I'm going to give it to you anyway. Aller is a question mark himself. Are you serious? I watched him over the course. They beat Ohio State, I believe, in 2016. Was James Franklin there then? I'm not sure. Because I don't keep up with them like that. I just keep up with the time. But I just know this, that lately they've gone and played Ohio State and couldn't beat them. And as a matter of fact, correct me if I'm wrong, because if I'm wrong, I'll stand corrected. I don't even think they've even beaten Michigan yet. Maybe they have, maybe they haven't. Oh, yeah, I know it's all projections. But will this be the year that yeah, 10 years. Yeah, exactly, JB. Almost 10 years since they've beaten Ohio State. 10 years. And now you're predicted to win your Big Ten with in my opinion, now I'm not out there playing the game, but check this out. With a subpar quarterback. Now, this goes to show right here what Piano Man has been saying about the state of college football this year. There are so many teams, good teams, that are having first-year quarterback. They're starting first-year quarterbacks, and they're not looking at the rest of the team, in my opinion. Do I expect Ohio State to win the Natty this year? No, I don't. But I don't expect them to lose to Penn State this year either. I really don't. I don't care how good these projectors say Penn State going to be. I don't believe they're going to beat Ohio State. So here we go. I'm going to do just what I did the other day. But in the first all Big Ten team, they got Drew Aller, starting quarterback, running back Nicholas Singleton. Now, Singleton is a beast, you know. Okay, I'm getting ready to Aero Squad. I'm getting ready to right now. But they've got all kinds of stuff going on here on, and I'm not going to take the time out to read it. But I wanted to highlight here we go. I wanted to highlight Penn State, Oregon, and Ohio State. Those are three I want to talk about this morning. Now, let's look at their schedule. So Aero Squad said, look at that, 4-16 against both Ohio State and Michigan. So anyway, here we go. Their depth chart. I want to look at their depth chart. They have 7 returning starters on offense. This is Penn State. Drew Shelton, Ione, who's the left guard. Drew Shelton, left tackle. Nick Dawkins is the center. He's coming back. Drew Aller, he's the quarterback. Nicholas Singleton is running back. And Donko, a right tackle. Those are your 7 starters coming back. Okay? They have 5 starters on defense coming back. Sutton, a defensive end. Durant, a defensive tackle. Rojas, linebacker. AJ Harris, cornerback. Wheatley, safety. Yeah, a safety. Those are your 7. Those are your 5 defensive players or the 5 defensive starters coming back. Now, mind you, so that's who's coming back for Penn State, your starters, right? Here's their schedule. Now, this is what Aero Squad asked me to look at. Check this out. One of these days, I'm gonna get my little monitor here going, and then I'm gonna figure it out how to do it. Dwight's gonna have to show me again how to do it so you can see this stuff for yourself. Okay? Nevada. That's they 71 days. They play Nevada. FIU, Villanova, Oregon. They played their first 4 games at home. 3 of them, Nevada, FIU, and Villanova. Those are their first 3 games. That's who Penn State opens with. Then they play Oregon. They go to UCLA. You know, it's Big Ten the rest of the way. They after Oregon, they go to UCLA. They play Northwestern. They go to Iowa. They go to Ohio State. They play Indiana. They go to Michigan State. They play Nebraska, and they go to Rutgers. That's how that's going. That's how Penn State is going to operate this year. So I'm with Aero Squad. Part of Penn State's success is going to come from basically, now where's my pen? Right here. Basically, a weak schedule. Nevada, FIU, Villanova, UCLA, Northwestern. They should beat Iowa. Now, they're catching Indiana at home at Happy Valley. Probably going to beat them too. Indiana, Michigan State, Nebraska, Rutgers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oregon and Ohio State. But watch this. But they don't play Illinois. They don't play Michigan. You see what I'm saying? So, like Nick said, to me, it's an easy path. Aero Squad said, check their schedule out. I just did. And in my opinion, they have an easy path to the tournament. Easy, easy chapeasy. easy. I know you play who's before you, but on any given day, you can be beat. But 9 times out of 10, not with that schedule. So then what happens with Penn State, somebody help me out here, when they get to the playoffs and play a big boy, what happens to them? They get blown out the water. I think scheduling has a lot to do with it. You got to, it's like what the Bible says, iron has to sharpen iron. And I don't think you're sharpening your iron, but but this is who is picked to win the Big Ten. And so here's the final analysis. I'm just going to read that, here we go. Franklin has been all in on building a national championship at Penn State since 2014. All right. So, right, what JB said. There it is, JB. There it is, 2014. All right, I'm underlining that. He's been only in on building a national championship team at Penn State since 2014. He finally has the horsepower to do it. 7 starters returning on offense, 5 on defense. Okay, I give you that. He finally has the horsepower to do it. Athletic director Dr. Patrick Kraft is willing to fund a contender. He even suggested over the winter that Penn State needed to find another transfer receiver. Every offseason move Penn State made hinged on winning a title. This season represents the team's best chance so far under Franklin. Okay. There you have it, folks. That's what they're saying. That everything is built on a championship. Now, I said Penn State, Ohio State, Michigan, but let me throw Oregon in. Now, watch Oregon's depth chart. 2 offensive starters, 4 on defense, returning. Wide receiver Evan Stewart and Lialio, a center. And that's it. Coming back for Oregon on offense. Defense, 4. Man, they got some guys here whose name I can't even pronounce. The only one I can pronounce is this dude whose last name is Florence. But I can't pronounce all. Bachner, Ugalungale, Tutotii, and Florence. Those are 4. Forgive me for jacking up the names. I can't pronounce them. But 2 on offense, 4 returning starters on defense. Here's Oregon's schedule. Montana State. Oklahoma State. They go to Northwestern. Oregon State. They go to Penn State. They play Indiana. They go to Rutgers. They play Wisconsin. They go to Iowa. They play Minnesota, USC, and they go to Washington. That's Oregon's schedule. The final analysis for Oregon, an unbeaten run to the Big Ten title as first-year members of the league came crashing back to earth for Oregon with this lopsided college football playoff loss to a highly motivated, exceptionally talented Ohio State team. Given the loss of so many experienced contributors, the ceiling doesn't feel as high for this Oregon team as the 2024 group, but conference title contention and a playoff berth are the new standard for the Ducks under Lanning. Somebody please go tell my youngest son, his daddy I'm gonna send him a box of Kleenex because I have a feeling he's gonna cry a little bit this year. He's a big Oregon fan. So that's their final analysis. It's not looking all that cool for Oregon. They'll be okay, but they won't be dominant. Okay. Now let me throw this in right quick. I ain't gonna stay on here long today, y'all. Here we go. Oregon. Here's Ohio State. I read Penn State. Here's Ohio State. Ohio State, their depth chart. They have 5 returning starters on offense. They have 3 on defense. Of course, on offense, Jeremiah Smith, Carnell Tate, Hinsman center, Shabola right guard, and Searfield the right tackle. The bulk or the media part of their interior is where they're going to thrive at. So they're going to be good pretty much right in the middle of the O-line. Now they're on the book end, well, they're going to be replacing a left tackle and a left guard, and on the right side of the line, a tight end, quarterback, and running back are going to be new. So I'm just saying. But teams that have to thank you, Thomas. So let's add Oregon's replacing a quarterback, Ohio State's replacing a quarterback. Okay, so all right, I get it. On defense, they're returning 3. Sonny Styles, a linebacker, Ignason, a cornerback, and Caleb Downs, free safety. That's who they're returning. Now, here's Ohio State's schedule. I jack names up sometimes, but I got to do better. We know they open at Texas. Come on, come on, Ohio State, beat Texas. They play Grambling. They play Ohio. Then they go to Washington. They play Minnesota. They go to Illinois. I'm telling you now, watch that game. I've said it before. I'll say it again. That Ohio State-Illinois game could be problems. I'm with my little brother, and I said this too. Illinois will be a dark horse team this year. Don't count them out. Okay. Illinois. Then they go to Illinois. They go to Wisconsin. They play Penn State. They go to Purdue, UCLA, Rutgers, and they go to Michigan. They cheating, but they go to Michigan. So here's the final analysis. The loss of talent is staggering, and in the vapor trail left behind are lots of questions. Are Sayan and the new coordinator, Brian Hartline, ready to take over the offense? Who are the difference makers along the defensive line? That's my thing with Ohio State. Because part of the reason they won the championship, as much as there she is, there's Susan, Roll Tide Susan. Susan, you supposed to be trapped. I thought you, okay. I'm not going to ask no question. Anyway, it says, are Sayan and Brian Hartline ready to take over the offense? What are the difference makers on the defensive line? That's what I was about to say, is that as much as everyone was talking about Jeremiah Smith and Howard and all those running backs of Trayvon Henderson, all that good stuff, it was Ohio State's defense that got the least amount of love. Their defense was awesome, and they lost a lot of guys. That's why I'm of the persuasion that Ohio State, maybe struggle might be the wrong word, but I'm into that dominance thing, man. And they're gonna have to come on and come with it if they want to repeat. All things gonna have to be clicking on all cylinders. Okay, so the final analysis is on the defense, where they find the difference makers on the defensive line. Are the special teams an asset or a liability? Is this the OSU team that finally ends the misery versus Michigan? The rings have been dispersed, and the celebration of Columbus has subsided. Now it's time for head coach Ryan Day to find out who is ready to lead this program back to contention. I'm serious. All I'm saying is that the real hero of Ohio State's run last year was was not the offense. It was the defense. The real hero. The real hero. Now, granted, Ohio State had this powerful offense last year, and they did. Nobody's taking that from them. You can't take that from them. They were powerful. Okay, B Sharp. Okay, I will join you there. I'm going to join you there because I'm following your lead on that, because I'm going to talk about that at the end of the show. Okay, thank you. I'm just saying. The real hero for Ohio State last year was their defense. Those dudes were some dogs, man. Those dudes played lights out defense, and it set the offense up a lot of times. And that offense was already powerful with Jeremiah Spitz, Trayvon Henderson, all those guys. They had an awesome O-line. But I'm telling you now, let's not forget the defense. So will Ryan Day do his good coaching this year? Because here, I'm going to say this again, and people might not want to hear this, but here we go. This is just a projection. If there's too big of a drop off at Ohio State this year, they're gonna start with them chants of fire Ryan Day all over again. They'll start that. That's just the makeup of how fan bases be. It happens everywhere. Kalen DeBoer, his first year last year, and folks were already for him to be fired. There are a lot of people there are a lot of Bama fans that don't want him there now. But I want to prove something to you on that. Who stepped up? Now watch this. I'm going to show you how things went. Who stepped up and said, I'll coach him? I'll coach him. Who stepped up? You think so, Aero Squad? Now, listen at my wording. Fans are going to holler for it. I didn't say the university would. Fans would. Fans are fickle. Fans are fickle. You know, I'm just saying now. So all I'm saying is, with this Big Ten, with this Oregon, Ohio State, Michigan, Penn State deal, I'm telling you now, coming out of the Big Ten, I said it, I'm going to say it again. Watch Illinois. I'm still going to say it. Here's another thing I'm going to say. The jury is still out with Michigan. Yeah, it's being quietly kept, but there's some things going on. How Michigan is going to be dealt with is going to say a lot too. It's going to say a lot too. It's going to say a lot, because they might get up there and try to pull a rabbit out the hat, simply because they feel like they got this bullseye on them for the cheating thing. So here we go. Just hear me out. If Bama is ranked to be in the college football playoffs and we lose everyone, no. Okay. Just hear me out. If Bama is ranked to be in the college football playoffs and we lose, everyone would say they're knocked out of the playoff, the CFP, right? But if Ohio State loses to their rivals, they still have a chance. JB, yeah, looks like it. Roll Tide, rise up. Good morning and roll tide. JB, we have to just wait and see, bro. And this is why I just say win your games. Win your games. I have a Bama shirt in there that just says beat everybody. Beat everybody. When you beat everybody, it leaves no room for doubt. But we also know that the way college football is going now, that's virtually hard to do. Because look, Ohio State lost to Michigan last year. Ohio State lost to Oregon last year and still got in and won the whole thing with 2 losses. So yeah, JB, it can happen. That ball can bounce either way. But I understand which way you're coming from, Governor. I understand. So, but in this athlon here, it ends with a question. Now it's time for head coach Ryan Day to find out, really not a question, but it ends with a statement that's alluding to a question. Now it's time for head coach Ryan Day to find out who is ready to really lead this program back to contention. All I'm saying is, Arrow Squad, that fans, not the university, fans, if Ohio State loses games that they shouldn't, fans are going to holler for it. I'm telling you now, and you know it's true. Fans are going to holler for it. Governor said, it's hard for me to say that because when they lose, look at their schedule. We lose, they shouldn't have lost. That's what I'm confused. Exactly. It happens. It's simply because it's Bama. Simply because it's Bama. It's Bama. It's Bama. Governor JB, that's a Bama thing, bro. That's called Bama hate. That's Bama hate. That's Bama hate. It's Bama hate. I'm just saying. That's why I'm saying you got to beat everybody. Now, Now, I want y'all to hear something. Now, let me read Michigan right quick, and then I'm gonna be almost done. If you got any questions, put them in the chat too, because I'm, Okay, here we go. Here's the depth chart with Michigan. Now check this out. 3 on offense returning. 3 offensive starters. Evan Link, not Liu Link on here. Evan Link, Giovanni El Haddai, and Crippen. The left tackle, the left guard, and the center. That's it. Within that little square there, that's all coming back. Left guard, left tackle, center. Everyone else is new. All right. They have 6 coming back on defense. Dedrick Moore, defensive end, inside linebacker Hausman, inside linebacker Barham, cornerback Hill, cornerback Berry, safety Rod Moore. Here's Michigan's schedule. They open with New Mexico. The next week they go to Oklahoma. I'm telling you now, watch that game. Start that game. Watch it real closely. That game is going to be important. Michigan is going to Oklahoma. That's going to be something, as they would say, as my daddy would say in his lifetime, that's going to be something to tell the captain. You're going to see what both teams are made of. Michigan goes to Oklahoma. Then they play Central Michigan. They go to Nebraska. They play Wisconsin at home. They go to USC. They play Washington at home. They go to Michigan State. They play Purdue. They play Northwestern. They go to Maryland. And then they end with Ohio State at home. Final analysis. The Wolverines will have better quarterback play, a more explosive offense, and a deeper defense with a secondary that should force plenty of turnovers. Combine that with an easier schedule, and life in Ann Arbor should be more enjoyable this fall for Moore, who got a late start and was learning on the job last year. So let me go back. The predicted order of finish. I just want to highlight those 4 teams. The predicted order of finish. 18th is Purdue. 17th is Maryland. 16th is Northwestern. UCLA is 15th. Michigan State is 14th. Wisconsin is 13th. 12th is Rutgers. Then Minnesota, Washington, USC. Nebraska's at 8th. Iowa at 7th. Illinois at 6th. Indiana's at 5th. Michigan 4. Oregon 3. Ohio State 2. And Penn State number 1. Now, this is the part I wanted to get to, what my little brother said. The coach might be suspended most of the season, though. I'm really thinking the NCAA is going to make Michigan vacate that national championship, and I do too. It doesn't look good for them from what I've been hearing from other groups, and that's why I said that that path for Michigan. I don't know. And so all I'm saying is within the next 2 weeks, Arrow Squad, I'm going to give it to you in 2 words, Lincoln Riley. And that's all I'm going to say. They don't have the same dogs that were playing in the early 2000s. Those Reggie Bush, Matt Leinart, Carson, Carson Wentz. No. Reggie Bush, Lindale White, Matt Leinart. It was another quarterback that they had right before Matt Leinart. Those days are over. The days of Pete Carroll are gone. That's over. That's over. When Lincoln Riley went to Oklahoma and then left and went to USC, and then USC turns around and leaves the Pac-12 and jumps in the Big Ten, I'm almost willing to bet money that I don't have that Lincoln Riley said, doggone it, I done jumped out of the fire, now on the grill. Frying pan, I'm on the grill. Because the Big Ten, Carson Palmer, that's his name, Carson Palmer. Thank you, Carson Palmer. I'm just telling y'all, those days for USC are gone. Listen, y'all remember that night? Now, if you don't remember, just don't act like you do, because I do. Y'all remember that night here a couple of years ago when USC was playing Washington, and Washington whipped them boys so bad until Caleb Williams went and jumped up in his mama's arm and started crying. Caleb, they had checked out then. That should have been a sign that we're not getting the recruits. We're no longer this dominant team no more that people want to come and play for. I believe that Lincoln Riley, y'all good, Arrow? Yeah. When I'm serious now, he went. Go look it up on YouTube. He was up there. He was crying like I'm serious. He was crying down. Man, yeah. USC, and I'm going, thank you, JB. USC defense back crazy. They had NFL Pro Bowlers. USC always known for their offense, but their defenses were like bananas. I'm serious. Hold up. Here we go. I'm serious. I'm even going to go back even a little further. When Ronnie Lott played, everybody think Ronnie Lott was doing that when he was playing for the 49ers. Ronnie Lott was hitting like that in college. Back in the gap. And Thomas, exactly. They're leaving. Listen, I remember when Bear Alexander left Georgia and went to USC. When he went to USC, he got out there and nothing was happening for him. And guess what? He got lost in the shuffle. Keyshawn, yeah, Dwight, he was a little bit. He was. But man, USC, I'm with JB though. USC, they had all this talk about their offense. but their defense was the business. And the only reason, I'm going to go on and just tell you, when Texas beat them that year, the biggest reason, hey, come on to DSGB, 84. The only reason Texas really beat them, USC ran out of gas. And Texas had that ball last, and they couldn't stop Vince Young. They ran into a buzzsaw that night with Texas. And I had already told everybody that Texas was going to beat them. I don't even like Texas like that, but I knew Texas was going to win that game. Texas was going to win that one. But yeah, and I work on the West Coast, and the kids want to college experience. They have to come here in the South. Exactly. That's what's hurting USC right there. Nobody wants to play in that West thing no more. That's why we're getting them. And I know some people have hang-ups about that. But let me tell you something. The South, let me go on record and say this. And if my children listening, especially my daughter, who lives out there in Washington State, Daddy loves it out there. And I'm going to be out there soon to visit and all that kind of stuff. And they want me to move. And I almost had a job out there. I really did. But I'm going to tell y'all what. My biggest hang-up, here's Piano Man's hang-up with moving to Washington, is what we talking about right now. The football atmosphere is boring. The East is basketball, the South is football, and the West is good swimming and surfing. That's all I want. I will leave it at that, But I'm just saying, I was up there, and it was like hate week, and it's supposed to be Washington State going at it. No going off on each other, no nothing and everything. It was like everybody was just getting along. I said, man, look, get me back home, and I left. My daughter said, well, Daddy, what time you leaving? She said, you going to stay to Sunday? I said, nope. I said, I'm going to leave late Friday night so I can be back home in my living room watching Alabama and Auburn. Now, that's just what I said. And because they would have thought, that was the Gravedigger play, they would have thought the world was coming to an end the way I hollered at the Gravedigger play. They don't do that out there. They don't do it. They love the South, and that's why they're coming. So, oh yeah, the weather is nice, Arrow Squad. But when you go up there in that Washington area, it can get kind of funky up there sometime, but it's real nice though. So I'm just saying, but USC is not what they used to be. Just saying. Yeah. That look at him. No wonder Coach KD left. There's no love. It's not. It's not. That love of football is gone. Well, Larry Large, yeah. Now, and let me tell you something. Coach DeBoer's daughter, she healing some softball now. That girl can play some softball. She the business. She can play. Look at this. This is what my little brother said. In LA, I ran across more Bama and LSU fans than USC, UCLA. And when I was in Washington, had on a Bama shirt, dude about 6'4", 6'5", saw me, said, "Roll Tide," and went grab me and picked me up off the ground. In the grocery store. And man, we stood there and talked almost an hour. Nothing about but Bama football. Bama fans are everywhere. But the love of football out there on that West Coast is different than it is down south. When I go out there and visit my babies, and I get ready to do my show, I'm gonna have the hardest time doing my show because y'all see how excited I get. First of all, when I get out there and I do a morning show, and I do it's 8 o'clock Central Time here, it's just gonna be 6 o'clock out there. So I'll probably be out there saying, What up, Roll Tide? Everybody gonna be asleep. You know, it's gonna be hard unless. And if I go out on the balcony and do it, because she lives in an apartment, I go out on the balcony and do it, and then it's gonna be that scene from Coming to America. You know what they said? Good morning, my neighbors. And then I'm gonna get that response when I say Roll Tide, and I'm gonna get that response. You know. So anyway, I'm just saying. So this is why the South. I highlighted the Big Ten today, basically 4 teams from the Big Ten who gets all of the hype. But when it boils down to it, that hype train is going to stop. I still believe in my Alabama Crimson Tide. I still believe in the SEC. I still believe that Alabama's going to shock some folks. But let me go back to the Big Ten for just a second. I said it before. I'm going to say it one more time. Watch. Oh, yeah. Now, I didn't say Seattle. Man, Seattle. Now, AA, Seattle is beautiful. But there's some spots in Seattle. Don't go there. And you know exactly what I'm talking about. You can't go there. And you better just look straight ahead. But then even if you look straight ahead, you still gonna find yourself like going, what? If anybody's ever been to Seattle, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Like, what? You know. Well, I'm saying, man, but when it comes down to football, bring me back home to the South where I can say Roll Tide. And somebody gonna understand what I'm talking about. That's it. I'm serious, man. They need to understand the culture. Like I said, I'm out there in Tacoma in a grocery store. Got on the Alabama shirt. Matter of fact, I think it was this one I had on. Guy saw me and just hollered out to the top of his voice, Roll Tide. I said, Roll Tide. And like I said, man, it's Bama fans are everywhere. But the enthusiasm and the excitement level is not equal. It is not the same. And that was my big one. It's sad to say that I turned down a good job because I wanted to go somewhere where I could just say Roll Tide and somebody say it back. Don't know, you get out there, you don't even hear no go Cougars, go Huskies, no nothing. Like JB said, like the governor said, crickets. Shoot, you don't even hear the crickets. AA, you are exactly right. The Northwest people, now look, some cool people, but they just different. They different. Them Northwest, the Pacific Northwest people are diff. Wait a minute. Diff and rent. Different. They just different, man. They different. I love them, but when it comes to football season, so if I do move out there, I'm going to say this, I'm going to get ready to go. If I do move out there, I'll stay out there the rest of the time. But when football season comes, I'm coming back to the South. I'm coming back to the South. How long you going to be gone? Long time. All football season. I'm going to be gone. Piano Man on remote location. I ain't no telling where I'll be in the South, but I'm getting out the Northwest. Because that sports enthusiasm is just not there. Have beauty, and their high schools up there are beautiful. But I'm telling you, it's not the same. Like Steve, Steven, you make the big boy a big dog. I'm going to have to put you up there. Bama is nationwide. I'm going to do you another one. Y'all heard what Coach Saban said. He's over in Italy. He's in Italy. Of all places, Italy. They recognize him in Italy. And they hollering Roll Tide in Italy. Man, you right. Worldwide, more like that, Stephen. Worldwide. But as far as the United States go, we are all, Bama Nation is all over the place. Everywhere. You know, it's international. Thomas said they can't even get the people to come to the game, especially in LA. I mean, seriously. Who wants to go to that? And then when you go to, let me leave that alone. Because we doing good. We're doing good. We're doing good. Let me leave that alone. I'm not gonna say what I started to say. Governor, I'm gonna be good this morning. But I'm just telling you. Because when I go to a football game, I'm gonna talk smack. You know, I'm gonna talk smack. But anyway, all I'm saying this morning is the Big Ten, the SEC. I'll do the ACC Monday. Do some of the teams from the ACC, and then we're just going to go from there. No, JB, I'm not gonna text it to you. Because that's the problem. You will say it, you know. But I'm gonna do the ACC Monday, and then we're gonna put it all together, and then we'll see in this part of June. We're gonna write this stuff down, and then as the season goes, we're gonna see how all of our projections are gonna come out. I'm gonna behave, Carla. I'm gonna behave. I'm not gonna let the governor goat me up. We must protect this house. I'm trying to, but if somebody keep on, they're gonna find out. They're gonna find out. I'm gonna find out. I might have to make a run because yes, I will. And I ain't just talking about it. I'm about it because I'm with it. But I'm just saying. So we've gone over the SEC. We went over 4 teams of the Big Ten. You know. Yeah, so we just Nike. We just do it, and we don't ask no questions. We don't ask no questions. We just go on and do it. You know, that's it. It is. Yeah, UCLA Stadium, you know. Exactly. And when I went to AA, when I went to Seattle, where the stadium for University of Washington sits, it's like it's on this hill. It's like it's on the hill, off in the distance. And like you can see Mount Rainier and all that kind of stuff in the distance up, man. It's beautiful. But no excitement. No excitement at all. And that's in my opinion, outside of Ohio State, Michigan, and possibly Penn State. Okay, now that you're bringing Oregon in and they're from that West Coast and they give you that West Coast vibe, it's just sort of boring. It's boring. Yeah, what car we taking? That's all we want to know. Cause all I know is this right here. I'm staying in the South for the time being. If I move westward, it's gonna be a culture shock for everybody. Cause Piano Man gonna come with. I'm coming with the fire, and it's football season. When it's football season now, come on now, we got to show. I'm just saying, if I go out there and I take up residence out there and everything, it's gonna be a culture shock. They're gonna say, "Who is this man here?" I'm gonna say, I'm from the South, and from where I'm from, we take football seriously. I hope she don't mind me telling this, but I was talking to Trina one day, and Trina said, and Trina's in Canada, and Trina told me, she said, Piano Man, she said, here's gonna be the problem. You all eat, sleep, excuse me, you all eat, sleep, drink, whatever, football. Those folks out there don't do it like y'all. She said, sports is not like y'all. She said, it's just a hobby for them, but it's culture for y'all. And she said, you might want to reconsider or be careful when you go out there because you're passionate about it. Doggone right, I'm passionate. But she's passionate too. But I don't see how Trina does it. But then Trina, on the other hand, you know, she's strictly Canadian. She loves her sports. I mean, she can tell you anything about any team you want to talk about with Canada and everything. And that's how she, you know, hanging around her, talking with her, got me interested again in even in the CFL. My favorite CFL team is the Edmonton Elks, but they're getting ready to change that name. But I'm gonna tell you what though, now Canada plays some good football up there. But when you start heading westward, it's almost like the same thing, very laid back, you know, no passion and everything, whatever. Man, I got to have some passion. That's why, you know, it is what it is for me. It is what it is, but man, show some passion in what you do. Have some passion about it. Okay, Double A said something. Really? And I was right out there. I was right out there in King County. It's beautiful though, Double A. It's beautiful. Yes, it is. It's beautiful. But my Lord, man, but come down to that sports thing, man. See, I done worked up a sweat just talking about it because I'm passionate about it. I'm just serious. So we just, you know, but I'm just saying I still believe in the SEC. I believe in my Alabama Crimson Tide. I just hope and I just believe that if we match that energy and everything that I've been seeing and everything, I think this is going to be the year that we do what we need to do. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say we're going to win a natty. I hope we do. But my first worry is August the 30th. August the 30th. That's all I'm worried about. The 30th. First game, Florida State. Let's get it. Let's go. Come on. That's all I'm worried about. 7. Look, okay, I ain't put it in the chat in a minute. Come on, let's flood the chat out. Let's do this thing. Oh, come on now. Here we go. That's all I'm asking you to put in the chat. At some time or another before I go off, there you go. Here we go. Whoever your team is, even if it's not Bama, if you playing in 71 days, if your team is playing in 71 days, let's put it in the chat. 71 days, LaToya. 71 days, Stephen. 71 days, Governor JB. 71 days, Carla. 71 days, Thomas, and we rolling. 71 days. There you go, Arrow Squad. Go Buck. That's what he said. You know, they represent your team. Come on, Arrow Squad. Y'all got to beat Texas. You got to beat them, big dog. You got to beat them. 71 DSGB. There you go. He's with them Georgia Bulldogs. 71 days. Dr. Crystal. Yeah, 71 days. Yeah, JB. Yeah. That part. How many top SEC teams versus other conferences? We easily have 6 or 7 teams. That part. We're dominant. We the business. We what dreams are made out of and what nightmares consist of. I'm telling you now. We look here. The SEC is never to be toyed with. Take us serious. But look at him. I just don't want Texas to win. I'm gonna tell you why, because Texas fans be talking all that smack. They think that they're whatever it is they got going is better than everybody else. No. No. Now I just want Texas to lose that first game. I want them to be 0-1 week 1. Talk all that smack, telling me what's going on. That's right. SEC, what's happening here, man. Alabama. I'm a Bama fan till my casket drop. Amen and praise the Lord. That's my thing right there. I'm with Alabama. 71 days. Thank you, Susan. Thank you, Carla. Thank you, DSGB. Thank you, Dr. Crystal. Thank you, Arrow Squad. Oh, showing up, Nick Harden and Steven. 71 days. 71 days, and we rolling. We gonna roll. And you know what? I'll tell you this. I might get back on here tomorrow. I have tomorrow I will be graduating from a theological school and everything. So I'm going to be just graduating tomorrow. So I'm exceptionally excited about that. But after that, all that kind of stuff, I'm coming back on here for just a few minutes and then just say 70 days. 70 days. 70 days. I said that I'm gonna get back on here and I'm gonna do this 70 days thing, count the days down until game. And I'm gonna start saying somebody's on the clock. Somebody's on the clock. Somebody's on the clock. So anyway, and not only am I graduating, I was also told that I'm giving an address to the graduates, to my fellow classmates. What? Me? Okay, but they gonna hear somewhere Roll Tide. They gonna hear something about Roll Tide and all this. But anyway, I appreciate everybody for coming. But listen. Don't forget tonight, 8 o'clock Eastern, 7 o'clock Central. Everybody west of Texas, you know what time it is for you out there. KB, Piano Man, keeping it a buck. That's what we're going to be. Okay, I got a couple things I want to get off my brain, but everybody show up tonight. That's right, Stephen. Everybody show up tonight. I need you to show up tonight. KB, Piano Man, keeping it a buck. We're gonna have a good time. That's what we're gonna do, and we're gonna be talking about our beloved Alabama Crimson Tide. So we're gonna be talking all things Bama, and just be ready to ask questions, all that kind of stuff. As always, I want to shout out all of the content creators, and I just want to again go back through the Tide 100.9 with Ryan Fowler. Be sure if you have not downloaded that, and here within the next hour or two, you can get the Miller's Edge with Christian and Corey Miller. Check them out. Those guys are awesome. One of these days, I'm gonna try to. Matter of fact, I might do it today and reach out to them and see if I can't get Corey Miller on the show here, and we just kind of talk some stuff. If not, it's all good. It's all good in the hood, and all that good stuff. So here we go. Hall of Fame Jason, thank you. Stephen M. Smith, I want to try to work with him sooner than later. Spody Shody, Jake Merrill, Chance, Jonathan Lewis, Tez, KB, B Sharp, Ty Hayes, Coach Al, Coach Carr, Coach Sean, Marvin Constant, Justin Riley, Clint Lamb. Those are the folks. And countless others. Check these folks out. But thank you for tuning in and just hanging out with Piano Man for a little while. I was boring. I'll do better next time and everything. But hey, it is what it is. When it's the off season, you got to try to find you some stuff to talk about so we can, but I love the chat. I love the energy that the chat brings. I try to answer your questions, reply to your responses, this, that, and the third. And I'm thankful to my producer, Dwight, the 401k crew. You know who you are. Piano Man loves you. Piano Man can't make it without you. So I'm thankful that you all are part of the journey. Hey, to all the content creators, podcasters everywhere. Hey, man, our content is being recognized. I tell you this every day. Our voices are being heard. Our faces are being remembered and recognized. And remember, keep doing what you're doing. And you don't have to be jealous of anybody else. Hey, stay in your lane, run your race, do your thing. In the words of KB, this kitchen is big enough big enough for everybody to cook in. And in the words of B Sharp, everybody can get something to eat. Okay? So don't be jealous of another man or another female. Just do your thing. And if you do it from the genuineness of heart, somebody's going to follow you. Somebody's going to listen to you. Somebody's going to want to join you. And you will never know what God has for you. So in the words of my pastor, Bishop Kendall Preston, he tells us every week, especially during prayer, listen, stay focused, drive, and go forward. That's for everybody, not just content creators and podcasters, but that's for everybody. Stay focused, drive, and go forward. Now you know how Piano Man ends it. You know what the business is. Look at him. I may not see you today or tomorrow, but you can best believe I'm going to see you in the long run. And always remember, I'll admit it. I admit it every day. I'm no expert, but I know what I'm talking about. Until Monday for the morning run, Piano Man says, God bless you. Have a great day. Have a great weekend. And then until tonight, 8 o'clock Eastern, 7 o'clock Central, everybody west of Texas, you know what time it is. Join KB, Piano Man, keeping it above. See you then. All right? Have a great weekend. God bless. Take care. And as always, roll tide. I'll see you later.